week's chapter of Bleach, the Quincy leader learns that the pen is truly mightier than the sword. Especially when that pen also happens to be a massive sword which can control the power of darkness. This week's chapter of Bleach was pretty kick-ass. The battle between Ichibei and the Quincy leader is one of the most surprising battles of the entire series. As badass as it is that Ichibei is completely controlling the battle and basically just running a train over the Quincy leader, I'm still waiting for that one moment where the Quincy leader is just going to trick him with some sort of weird technique, but I honestly genuinely believe he is a little shocked by how powerful Ichibei is, especially when he tries to steal his powers, and that does not work. And what's really cool about this chapter, and probably my favorite thing about it, is the artwork, especially when Ichibei uses his black ink and spreads it all over the skies. It takes the form of Japanese lettering, and it just looks really impressive. And there's a scene where the Quincy leader tries to steal his powers with his Zonk Altar, which is this big light technique which explodes into multiple crosses, and it just looks really flashy, but it doesn't work. Ichibei just completely knocks that away and finally starts to explain his powers a little bit, which is that he can control darkness with Ichimonji. Whatever he spreads his ink over, he effectively takes away its power and brings it to himself. He's very similar to the Quincy leader in a lot of ways, where they're actually able to steal powers. And he actually covers the Quincy leader's sword and badge in this, so a lot of his power has been completely cut in half, and all of it is going to Ichimonji and Ichibei. And it's still shocking to me that this guy is just getting defeated, especially because in the final panel, he gets a massive streak and cut right across his face, and you can see all of the black going across that. And I think that's really cool. And the way the chapter opens up, I'm not quite sure how to take it. Maybe it's just like symbolism, but it looks really cool. There's like a scene of this salamander in a river, which is completely pitch black, and it almost seems like it's also being taken away by Ichibei in his powers, because he controls all things that are darkness, and you can even see that there's actual darkness like emanating from the Quincy leader's body when he's taking that away, and it just looks really awesome. So what's the rundown on this week's chapter of Bleach? A very simple but action-packed chapter, and this is still one of my favorite fights of this entire arc thus far. And I'm really glad that they're focusing on it. It's been a long time since they've had a fight and they just stuck with it for a while. They haven't cut to anything. It's just been pure, non-stop raw fighting, and it's all really exciting. And it's just amazing how disturbingly powerful Ichibei is. I mean, he is just destroying the Quincy leader. No matter what he pulls out, nothing ever works against him. But again, he's supposed to be the final villain of the final arc of the series, so there's just no way he's going to be defeated this early. And I don't want Ichibei to just be one-shotted just like Yamamoto. I really hope that's not going to happen. I hope maybe something's going to interrupt the battle, because Ichibei is just so incredibly powerful that it's almost kind of hard to see him lose at this point. And I don't want the Quincy leader to sort of rely on those old-school Aizen tricks, so he's like, oh, I knew you were going to do that the whole time, and I've just been waiting this entire time to pull this off. And if it does do that, you know, that's just the way it is. This is just one of those battle manga things, and it does happen all the time. But, you know, who knows? Maybe I'll be completely surprised by it. But this week's chapter also had some really great artwork. I already said it in some of my previous reviews, but Ichibei's expressions are absolutely maddeningly, frighteningly badass. They're just so cool, because just there are moments when he looks so jolly and happy, and then there's just so moments when he just looks like a creepy, disturbing Santa Claus who just wants to destroy you and rip you a new asshole. Otherwise, this is a great battle. I still can't quite see where it's going, but it's just really exciting. Again, I've said it a million times, I just wish there was going to be a Bleach anime so I could see this in motion. But for now, I'll take what I can get. This is still some pretty exciting stuff, and you should definitely check it out if you are a fan of Bleach, if you want to see the most powerful member of Zero Division using his Zanpakuto Toe, and he hasn't even activated the Bankai yet. And if they do get to that, oh man, I just cannot wait to see, because this fight right here is already like one of the biggest overblown battles, and it's just between two people. So let's get excited, guys. This final arc is getting really exciting. I'm giving this week's chapter a 5 out of 5. I really liked it. The artwork kicked ass. The fighting was a lot of fun, and I can't wait to see where this battle is going. It's just really one of the most exciting battles of the entire series, and it's just so mysterious. There's still so much more that we just don't know, and there's just so many more cool things that can happen in this final arc. I'm so excited for the final arc of Bleach. Just really great stuff. Check it out, guys. Awesome stuff. Thank you guys for watching my review. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And before you leave, please tell me what you thought about this week's chapter of Bleach. What did you think of the battle between Ichibei and the Quincy leader? And how do you think the battle is going to end? Please tell me in the comments section below. Before you guys leave, please subscribe to our channel if you've not already. You can do that by clicking on the channel icon right up here. You guys can also follow us on Facebook and on Twitter.